Experience had taught me never to underestimate the inconvenience of death's timing. For real, get up! I ground my teeth together and used all my energy to anchor myself to earth. Mustn't go into the light. Are you even listening to me? Cookie's voice was muffled now as she rummaged through my personal effects. She was so lucky my killer instincts hadn't kicked in and pummeled her ass to the ground, left her a bruised and broken woman, groaning in agony, twitching occasionally. Charley, for heaven's sake! Darkness suddenly enveloped me as an article of clothing smacked me in the face, which was completely uncalled for. For heaven's sake, back, I said in a groggy voice, wrestling the growing pile of clothes off my head. What are you doing? Getting you dressed. I'm already as dressed as I want to be I glanced at the digits glowing atop my nightstand. 2 o'clock in the freaking morning. Seriously? Seriously. She threw something else. Her aim being what it was, the lamp on my nightstand went flying. The lampshade landed at my feet. Put that on. The lampshade? But she was gone. It was weird. She rushed out the door, leaving an eerie silence in her wake. The kind that makes one's lids grow heavy, one's breathing rhythmic, deep, and steady. Charley! I jumped out of my skin at the sound of Cookie screeching, and, having flailed, almost fell out of bed. Man, she had a set of lungs. She'd yelled from her apartment across the hall. You're gonna wake the dead, I yelled back. I didn't deal well with the dead at 2 in the morning. Who did? I'm gonna do more than that if you don't get your ass out of bed. For a best friend / neighbor / dirt cheap receptionist, Cookie was getting pushy. We'd both moved into our respective apartments across the hall from each other 3 years ago. I was fresh out of the Peace Corps, and she was fresh out of divorce court with 1 kid in tow. We were like those people who meet and just seem to know each other. When I opened my PI business, she offered to answer the phone until I could find someone more permanent, and the rest is history. She's been my slave ever since. I examined the articles of clothing strewn across my bedroom and lifted a couple in doubt. Bunny slippers and a leather miniskirt? I called out to her. Together, like an ensemble? She stormed back into the room, hands on hips, her cropped black hair sticking every direction but down, and then she glared at me, the same glare my stepmother used to give me when I gave her the Nazi salute. That woman was so touchy about her resemblance to Hitler. I sighed in annoyance. Are we going to one of those kinky parties where everyone dresses like stuffed animals? 'Cause those people freak me out. She spotted a pair of sweats and hurled them at me, along with a t-shirt that proclaimed, Grim Reapers are to die for. Then she rushed back out again. Is that a negatory? I asked no one in particular. Throwing back my Bugs Bunny comforter with a dramatic flair, I swung out of bed and struggled to get my feet into the sweats, as humans are wont to do when dressing at 2 o'clock in the morning, before donning one of those lacy push-up bras I'd grown fond of. My girls deserved all the support I could give them. I realized Cookie had come back as I was shimmying into the bra and glanced up at her in question. Are your double Ds secure? She asked as she shook out the t-shirt and crammed it over my head. Then she shoved a jacket I hadn't worn since high school into my hands, scooped up a pair of house slippers, and dragged me out of the room by my arm. Cookie was a lot like orange juice on white pants. She could be either grating or funny, depending on who was wearing the white pants. I hopped into the bunny slippers as she dragged me down the stairs and struggled into the jacket as she pushed me out the entryway. My protests of, wait, ouch, and pinky toe did little good. She just barely eased her grip when I asked, are you wearing razor blades on your fingertips? The crisp black night enveloped us as we hurried to her car. It had been a week since we'd solved one of the highest-profile cases ever to hit Albuquerque, the murder of 3 lawyers in connection to a human trafficking ring, and I had been quite enjoying the calm after the storm. Apparently, that was all about to end. Trying hard to find her erratic behavior humorous, I tolerated Cookie's manhandling until, for reasons I had yet to acquire, she tried to stuff me into the trunk of her Taurus. 2 problems surfaced right off the bat. First, my hair caught in the locking